Morning students, today we are going to study topic forest and wildlife. Forest, it is the area covered by large variety of trees, and wildlife, these are the animals along with these trees growing in a particular area, it forms wildlife. So these forests, they are the biodiversity hotspots. What is the meaning? Biodiversity means different types of living organisms present on the earth, and hotspots means at a particular area. So we can say that different types of living organisms living in a particular area, and if the number is more, if the number of organisms living in that particular area, that forms the hotspots. So it is called as, forests are called as biodiversity hotspots, because in forest we will find different types of plants, animals, microorganisms, and different types of life forms. Now these biodiversity, we can define that it is an area where the number of species are found. But when we talk about the number of life forms, or the number of living organisms, or the type of living organisms, then it can be bacteria, fungi, ferns, flowering plants, nematodes, insects, birds, reptiles, and so on. Bacteria and fungi, these are the microorganisms. And then ferns, these are non flowering plants. Then flowering plants means plants which produce flowers. You might have seen these non flowering plants in your pots also, which do not have any flower, which are used only for the ornamental purpose. Then flowering plants which produce flowers, mango, rose, papaya, any of the plant which produces flowers for its seed formation, those plants are called as flowering plants. Then nematodes, these are the insects or worms, we can say. Now again they have written nematodes. So in actual, worms, they are of flat type, they may be rounded. So these are the, we can say that these are nematodes, these are the worms. Insects, these mosquitoes, flies, cockroach, all these are included in the insects. And in nematodes, we can, so in nematodes, roundworms are included. Then insects, we have talked about that birds, fly, no, sorry, mosquitoes, and these flies, cockroaches, these they come in the category of insects. Birds, reptiles, these are the crawling animals. For example, lizard and snake, they are in the category of reptiles. So in a forest, different types of life forms are present, and there may be animals also. Now, what is the main aim to conserve the forest or to conserve the biodiversity? That is, these life forms may be preserved. Otherwise, what will be there? If we will not conserve the forest, then these life forms, they will not remain, they will not be able to survive on the earth's surface. And many of the experiments have also been proved that if there is loss of biodiversity or there is loss of diversity, means agar living organisms earth par survive nahi kar pate, then there will be a loss of ecological stability, then there will be no stability on the earth's surface. Why it is said that? Because we know that all the living organisms, they are dependent on one another. As we have talked in our previous chapters regarding food chain, that grass is there. This grass, it is eaten by goat, we can say, and goat is eaten by lion. But suppose if there are no goat on the earth surface, then these lion, they will die because of starvation, भूखे मर जाएंगे. So what is necessary? That each living organism on the earth surface has an important role, and if there is any loss of any of the diversity, किसी भी living organism का बीच में से disappear होना जो है, वो क्या होगा? It will cause a great loss to ecological stability. For the ecological stability, to maintain the continuity of the life on the earth surface, what is required? That we should maintain a balance between all the different forms of life forms. Now, the next topic is stakeholders. So, before understanding the meaning of this word, let us talk about this activity. The activity is make a list of forest produce that we use. So, whatever materials we are getting from the forest, they come under forest produce. So, it may be air, fresh air, or oxygen, we can say. Then they helps in bringing rain. They provide us medicine, gums, resins. So many of the products, lac, etc., all these are derived from the forest. Then what do you think a person living in a forest would use? And the next question is, what do you think a person living in a forest? So near a forest and living in a forest. A person who is living near a forest, what can use? He can use the materials which are प्रेजेंट एट द पेरीफेरी ऑफ द फॉरेस्ट. जंगल के आसपास बाहर की बाउंड्री में जो चीज़ें प्रेजेंट हैं उन्हें वो यूज़ कर सकता है. फॉर एग्जांपल जो पेरीफेरी है, जो बाउंड्री है, वहाँ पर स्मॉल स्मॉल ब्रांचेस टूट गई हैं, उनको वो यूज़ कर सकता है. या कोई फॉरेस्ट के जो फ्रूट्स अगर फॉल हुए हुए हैं, दे कैन बी यूटिलाइज्ड बाय द पर्सन्स हु आर लिविंग नियर द फॉरेस्ट. And the next question is that the person living in a forest would use. A person who is living in a forest, he can use many of the products like the plants which are growing, they can be used for eating purposes. Then fruits which are falling, they can be used, they can be sold in the market, and then they can earn the money, and they can derive, they can use the product of the animals also. So we can say that the person living in a forest or a person living near a forest can use many of the products. And you have to discuss with or you just make a note on all these things which we are getting from the forest. Then next is, we all use various forest produce. Yes, we know medicines, many of the medicines are derived from the plants. So the plants, they grow in the forest area. Then oxygen, about we have talked. Then trees, they help us, they help in bringing rain, we have talked. Then lac जो है, या फिर we can say silk, it is produced by the silkworm which grows on the mulberry leaves, means it is also eating plants. So many of the products are obtained from the forest. But if we talk about the dependency, वी आर डिपेंडेंट ऑन सम ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट्स विच आर गिवन बाय द ट्रीज. यानी कुछ एक प्रोडक्ट्स तो ऐसे हैं जो हमें सिर्फ फॉरेस्ट या ट्रीज से ही मिल सकते हैं. तो डिपेंड करता है कि हमें किस तरह के जो मटेरियल्स हैं वो रिक्वायर्ड हैं फॉरेस्ट से. क्योंकि कुछ अल्टर जो हमारे जो हमें उनसे मिल रहे हैं, ट्रीज से प्रोडक्ट्स मिल रहे हैं, उनके अल्टरनेटिव्स भी अवेलेबल हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ़ वी टॉक अबाउट द सिल्क, if silk is not available, we can wear the another cloth. But if we talk about the oxygen, that is given by the plants only, and that has no alternative. So it depends on the requirement कि हमें किस तरह की चीज़ों की requirement है. And for that, for to understand the importance of the forest, what is necessary, that we should have a thorough knowledge of the products which we are obtaining from the trees. And it is necessary to conserve the forest. And for conservation of forest, we will first of all talk about the stakeholders, which is our topic. So what are stakeholders? These are the persons which are concerned with that particular thing. So that is known as a stakeholder. For example, if we talk about school, in school students are studying, they are the stakeholders. Then the employees of the school, they are working in that school, so they are the stakeholders. And parents are also stakeholders because their children are studying in the school. And the fourth is the persons living around that area, because they are also getting other jobs in the school, so they are also the stakeholders. जो किसी ना किसी तरीके से किसी चीज़ के साथ related या concerned होता है, they are known as stakeholders. Now, as we are talking about the forest, so the stakeholders of forest are first the people who live in or around forest. जो भी जंगल के आसपास जो एरियाज जहाँ पर लोग रह रहे होते हैं, वो दे आर डिपेंडेंट ऑन द फॉरेस्ट बिकॉज दे आर गेटिंग मैनी ऑफ द थिंग्स. वो वहाँ से स्मॉल स्मॉल ब्रांचेस ले रहे हैं, ट्विग्स ले रहे हैं, जिन्हें वो बर्न करके दे आर प्रोड्यूसिंग heat and they are cooking their food. Then the fruits which are falling from the trees, they are selling them and they are earning money. So they are the people who are the stakeholders and which are living in or around these forests. Then the second stakeholders are the forest department of government. Government का अपना एक forest department होता है. What is the main function of this forest department? What it does, whatever the resources which are provided by the forest, government is the owner of those resources. So it which owns the land. वहाँ पर हम ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि किसी भी जंगल में जाकर के हम अपना घर बना कर के रहने लग जाएं, बिकॉज दैट इज़ द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. सो वी कैन से दैट द फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट इट ओन्स द लैंड, मालिक है ये लैंड का. and it controls the resources from the forest. और जो भी वहाँ फॉरेस्ट से रिसोर्सेज मिल रहे हैं, दे आर द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ दैट फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. Then the next stakeholders are the industrialist. These industrialists, they are using various materials provided by the forest, and अगर उनको materials नहीं मिलेंगे, they will not be able to establish their or to run their industries. ना ही अगर उनको product नहीं मिला, ना तो उनकी factories को raw materials मिलेगा, और जब raw materials नहीं मिलेगा, they will not be able to manufacture the things. For example is given of tendu leaves. These are the leaves of a particular tree, tendu leaves, and these are used for making bidis. Bidis means people who are using it for smoking, and in that what is done, tendu leaves are taken and tobacco is kept in these leaves and it is folded to make the bidis. So what we can say that the industry, for example, tendu leaves, which are the product of the forest, and the next example we can say paper mills, जहाँ पर पेपर बनाया जा रहा है. As you know, all these notebooks and books, they are printed on the paper, and paper, it is made of the wood pulp. So we can say that paper industry, it is also dependent on the forest, and many of the other products which the industrialist is getting from the forest. For example, these contractors जो क्या सप्लाई कर रहे हैं, logs, कंस्ट्रक्शन के टाइम जो लकड़ियाँ काम आती हैं, वुड्स कहाँ से डिराइव की जा रही हैं, या वॉट एवर द वुडन वर्क इज डन इन आवर हाउसेस, इट इज सप्लाइड फ्रॉम द forest. So these industrialists, they are also the stakeholders because they are getting raw materials from the forest, but they are not dependent on the forest in any area. क्या हो रहा है कि they are using the products, but totally अगर हम कह दें कि their life is impossible, that is not there, because if that is not available, they can go for the another business. So for the business purpose, for earning money, they are dependent on the forest, these industrialists, but for the basic life necessities, they are not dependent. Then the next stakeholders are the wildlife and nature enthusiastic, means the nature lovers. You might have heard about many of the people, especially many of the news come in the TVs, like Maneka Gandhi. Earlier what she used to say कि जो है whatever these animals, they also have the right to live on the earth, and now she is working as minister, that's why it is her duty. Otherwise in the earlier days also she was very curious about these animals, and she used to talk about that they also have the right to live on the earth surface. So what we can say कि ये जो लोग हैं, ये nature lovers हैं. They are enthusiastic about the nature and they want to conserve the nature. So these are the 4 stakeholders which are concerned about the forest. First, the people. Second, the forest department. Third, the industrialist. And fourth, the nature lovers, which are concerned about the conservation of natural environment, and we are talking about the forest. Now if we look at the of the each group of these people, suppose we talk about the let us have a look about all these 4 group of the stakeholders. First group is people. So local people, they are for dependent on the forest for the need of firewood, small timber and thatches. In the, for example, bamboo जो है बांस, it is a grass, but it is very tall, it grows in a tall height, so it looks like a tree, but it is from the grass family. Now this bamboo, it is used for making huts and baskets. So what these people who are living near or in the forest, they collect these bamboo stems and then they make the baskets and huts from this, and when they sell these baskets or they make the toys and other materials, then they earn the money. Then implements for agriculture, fishing and hunting are also made of wood. For hunting purposes or fishing purposes, whatever the implements are used, they are also made of wood, and which is also a product of the forest. Then people gathering fruits, nuts and medicines. हम बात कर रहे हैं कि जो जंगल के आसपास रहने वाले या the people living in the forest, how they are stakeholders, किस तरह से उन्हें benefit हो रहा है, why they are concerned, because they are getting all these things. So in addition to this implements for agriculture or for bamboo for making huts, they also gather fruits, nuts and medicines. एंड देयर कैटल्स, द एनिमल्स जिनको वो अपने घर पे पेट के फॉर्म में रखते हैं, काउस, बफलोज एट्सेट्रा, उनको वो लेकर जाते हैं फॉरेस्ट में, वहाँ वो ग्रेज करते हैं एंड दे फीड ऑन द फॉडर, जो वहाँ से जो ग्रासेस या जो चारा है दे ब्रिंग फॉर देयर एनिमल्स, एंड इन दिस वे दे आर गेटिंग बेनिफिट फ्रॉम द फॉरेस्ट. Now, if we talk about the forest, you know that India, it has many of the biodiversity hotspots. Means भारत के अंदर, इंडिया के अंदर there are many of the places जहाँ पर हमें lot of varieties of floras and faunas, means different types of plants or animals मिलते हैं. And before the British came and took over most of our part areas, what the people were doing, they were living in the forest and they were getting all the benefits from the forest. But when the Britishers, they came into the India, they acquired our that resources and then they exploited, because what was their main purpose, उनका तो main purpose था कि इंडिया से to earn maximum benefit, and that's why they didn't thought about the natural resources exploitation. उन्होंने सोचा ही नहीं कि if we will cut these trees and if we will deteriorate our this environment of the India, then it will have a bad consequences, because वो तो invaders के form में आए थे, तो उन्होंने जो है trees का जो है ब्लाइंडली कटिंग की, और जिससे जो हमारा जो फॉरेस्ट एरिया है वो बहुत ही स्मॉलर हो गया है बिकॉज ऑफ द ओवर एक्सप्लॉयटेशन. एंड दे डेवलप्ड दिस फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट इन द इंडिया. और जब बाद में लेटर जब इंडिया इंडिपेंडेंट हो गया तो फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट ने क्या किया, लोगों की जो उनकी पास कम नॉलेज थी या जो लोकल नीड्स थी कंटिन्यू टू बी इग्नोर्ड. उन्होंने ज़्यादा ध्यान नहीं दिया फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट ने कि हमें इसकी कटिंग नहीं करनी चाहिए, और उन्होंने लोगों को भी नहीं रोका. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट मोस्ट ऑफ द पार्ट ऑफ द फॉरेस्ट दे वर कन्वर्टेड इनटू अ बैरन लैंड. बंजर ज़मीन बन गई दैट फॉरेस्ट एरिया because of the ruthless cutting of these trees. So what is necessary that whenever any area's vegetation is cleared, means अगर किसी एरिया के पेड़ों की कटाई की जाती है, because we cannot remain or we cannot live in an area which is not advanced. And for the advancement or for the development, what is necessary, we are on in the need of these natural resources. For example, forest की ही अगर हम बात कर रहे हैं, अगर हम इंडस्ट्रीज एस्टैब्लिश करना चाहते हैं तो हमें नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज को यूज़ करना पड़ेगा. लेकिन व्हाट इज़ नेसेसरी दैट सस्टेनेबल यूज़ करें. सपोज वी आर क्लियरिंग द फॉरेस्ट, देन इट इज़ आवर ड्यूटी ऑल्सो टू प्लांट द ट्रीज, सो दैट नेचर के अंदर क्या रहे, एक बैलेंस मेंटेन रहे. सपोज इफ वी आर नॉट केयरिंग अबाउट द एनवायरमेंट एंड वी आर जस्ट यूजिंग द नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज, then what may happen, one day will come where when all these products from the forest or from the natural resources, they will become deteriorated or they will become exhausted. Now if we talk about the local people, they are getting leaves for fodder, herbs for medicines, fruits and nuts for food, and ये जितनी भी इनकी demands हैं, they cannot be met without forest or without trees. So what is necessary, that plantation should be done, and it should be done by the local people also, and it should be done by the forest department also. And a short count reveals timber, paper, lac and sports equipment. जितनी भी जो इंडस्ट्रीज़ हैं इनमें से some of the industries examples are given: timber, wood, paper जो हम लिखने के लिए यूज़ कर रहे हैं, lac जो है लाख, ये एक इंसेक्ट जो है उसके सलाइवा से प्रोड्यूस होता है, एंड स्पोर्ट्स, lac and silk is produced by the saliva of the insect. Lac and sports equipment, hockey है, cricket है, all these are also made from the wood. So these are the various industries which are dependent upon the product of the forest. So first we talked about the local people which are concerned or which are the stakeholders. Then second are the industrialists, क्योंकि जो many of the industries हैं वो क्या कर रही हैं, they are using the forest product. So these industries, they have a greater reach than the local people. Now the local people cannot enter into the forest because they have many of the restrictions by the government, also they have fear from the wild animals also. But जो industrialist हैं, they can reach, they can enter into the forest area, or then they cause the damage to the particular forest. So it is necessary that these stakeholders, they should be very particular, and they should think that if we will keep on cutting the trees, then they will not be available for the next generations. तो यहाँ पर ज़्यादा concern, because local people, they are not causing much damage to the forest, but these industrialists, they enter into the forest and they are cutting down the trees. So local जो industrialist हैं, उनको ज़्यादा concern होना ज़रूरी है. Then we talk about the nature and wildlife enthusiastic, nature lovers. नेचर लवर्स जो हैं, दे आर नॉट डिपेंडेंट ऑन द फॉरेस्ट फॉर एनीथिंग, लेकिन बिकॉज they are concerned about that forest, because they love the nature, they love the trees, they love the wild animals. And अगर हम बात करें जो कंजर्वेशनिस्ट हैं, इन्हीं लोगों ने सबसे पहले इनिशियल्स लिए टू प्रोटेक्ट द वाइल्ड एनिमल्स, एंड दैट्स वाई मेनी ऑफ द बायोडाइवर्सिटी इज प्रिजर्व्स. You have listened or you heard about the national parks and the national sanctuaries. What is there? वहाँ पर जो एनिमल्स हैं, उन्हें जो है प्रोटेक्टेड एरिया में रखा जाता है, सो दैट दे कैन नॉट बी हंटेड बाय द एनिमल्स, और उनका जो नंबर है वो डिक्लाइन ना हो. सो ये जो कंजर्वेशनिस्ट हैं, उन्होंने ही सबसे पहले वाइल्ड लाइफ और जो सेंचुरीज़ हैं उनके बारे में थिंक किया, एंड नाउ दे आर getting the different works in these in this area. For example, if we talk about the Amrita Devi Bishnoi, it is a national award. In actual, this award is given on the name of a female, Amrita Devi Bishnoi, which belonged to the Bishnoi community. And what she did, she sacrificed her life in 1731, sacrificed her life, and along with 363 other people. In actual, what happened, these Bishnoi community, they used to live in the forest areas, and it is the story, or it is the talk about the Khejdi village, which is near Jodhpur in Rajasthan. These the people, they were living in the forest, and one day the king sent his persons or army persons to clear the forest, because he wanted to make the palace, and for that what was required, wood was required. So what she did, she prepared a group of these 363 peoples, and she hugged the trees. लेकिन उन दिनों में क्या होता था, राजा जो है, उनके आदेश था वो बिल्कुल माना जाना चाहिए था. सो जो पीपल हैं, उन्होंने क्या किया, इन जो राजा के जो लोग थे, जो आर्मी थी, उन्होंने उनको किल कर दिया. सो बट दे सेक्रीफाइस देयर लाइफ फॉर सेविंग द ट्रीज. सो दिस इज़ अबाउट द, और उसी के ऑनर में जो है गवर्नमेंट ने, अब जो भी कंजर्वेशनिस्ट हैं, जो नेचर लवर्स हैं, उनको जो गवर्नमेंट ऑनर करती है, एंड द नेम ऑफ द अवार्ड इज़ अमृता देवी बिश्नोई नेशनल अवार्ड, एंड इट इज़ गिवन टू द कंजर्वेशनिस्ट और द नेचर लवर्स, and in the memory of this Amrita Devi Bishnoi. So we have talked about the, अगर हम कहें कि जो प्रिजुडाइसिस की अगर हम बात करें कि जो लोकल पीपल हैं, दे आर कॉजिंग मच डैमेज, सो दैट इज़ रॉन्ग. इन एक्चुअल लोकल पीपल आर नॉट कॉजिंग मच डैमेज, एंड हियर इज़ एन एग्जाम्पल दैट ग्रेट हिमालयन नेशनल पार्क जो है एक एस्टैब्लिश किया गया, और वहाँ पर एक पर्टिकुलर एरिया में उसको नाम दे दिया गया ग्रेट हिमालयन नेशनल पार्क, and many of the long grasses grow in that area. So in the beginning, what was being done, the people were allowed to take their sheep in that forest or in that national park, but later on government said that these local people or their animals should not be allowed. nomadic shepherds जो हैं वो अपनी flocks यानी कि group of sheep को लेकर जाते थे every summer, और जो है उनको वो grasses को वो sheep eat करती थी. लेकिन जैसे ही नेशनल पार्क फॉर्म हुआ, इस प्रैक्टिस को रोक दिया गया. मीन्स लोकल पीपल के जो एनिमल्स हैं, दे वर नॉट अलाउड टू एंटर इनटू द पार्क एरिया. लेकिन क्या हुआ बाद में, क्योंकि अर्लियर व्हाट दीज एनिमल्स यूज टू डू, दे यूज टू ग्रेज द ग्रास, और उसके बाद क्या होता था, समर में उन्होंने वो ग्रास फिनिश कर दी एनिमल्स ने, और उसके बाद नेक्स्ट समर तक वो लॉन्ग ग्रो हो जाती थी. सो द ग्रीनरी वॉज मेंटेन्ड, ब्यूटी वॉज ऑल्सो मेंटेन्ड एंड न्यू ग्रास जो है वो भी ग्रो कर रही थी. बट जैसे ही गवर्नमेंट ने बैन किया, वो ग्रास बहुत लॉन्ग हाइट तक ग्रो करके फिर फॉल कर जाती है और उससे जो फ्रेश ग्रोथ है वो नहीं होता. सो वी कैन से दैट लोकल पीपल आर नॉट कॉजिंग मच डैमेज. इन एक्चुअल वो क्या कर रही हैं, दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग सम ऑफ द हेल्प इन ग्रोइंग दीज ट्रीज एंड फॉरेस्ट एंड इन मेंटेनिंग द ब्यूटी ऑफ द नेचर. सो कंसर्न हमें किससे है, लोकल पीपल जो हैं, अगर इफ़ दे हेल्प, इफ़ दे कम along with the forest department, then the beauty of the nature can be maintained and these forests can be protected. So this is all about today. Have a nice day.